Whoa. Oh, okay. It is my chart. Somewhere in October. Oh, hello. This is my old stuff. Delete that. Delete that. Okay, where are we at? This is last year. 5:40 in the morning. Okay. What day is it? It's a Thursday. Interesting. Okay. Okay. Um got this giant range. Jesus. You're holding this bullish. This has been extremely choppy. What's the week look like? Oh, it looks like a Wednesday reversal. That's what it looks like down into these lows. I would expect the market on the higher time frame to work into these lows because just based off the weekly profile, Monday opened up, just consolidated. Tuesday took highs. Wednesday took highs of both. High of Monday and Tuesday, manipulated those highs. Now we're seeing distribution to the downside. The target for that would be these lows. So I'd expect market to work into those lows initially. Let's take a look at the higher time frame here. Just like the 4-hour. And so on the 4-hour, this kind of aligns with my thesis so far. You do have a massive inversion. This is a double fair value, so you just like connect them. Massive inversion so far. If we tap back into this, that could be a sell model out of it. So I'm initially pretty bearish, to be honest, but only into these lows. Only into these lows. Like once we're into those lows, I would have to probably flip my thoughts here. Hourly's catching a bid. Do we have any SMTs at the lows? What am I doing? I'm not looking for SMTs. What am I doing? What is this? 801. 801. We have equal lows on ES. We have reason for the market to go lower here as well. Equal lows made at these lows. So I wouldn't mind seeing an SMT at these lows. ES take this SMT at these lows, but I would like to catch the sell model first if we tap back into this 4-hour inversion, which we never did tap back into, so could expect that into the open here. Yeah, let's just let's play on. What time is it? It's right after data came out. Data did come out. So I would expect us to rebalance up here, or we just go lower, to be honest. I might not get the rebalanced up there. I need to mark these levels on the higher time frame. Market moves lower pretty heavily. We have sell side down there. We have the same sell side here, which is the equal lows that just got taken. Delete equal lows. Equal lows got taken. We had reason for the market to move lower. We now have sell side there. Potential SMT forming as well. So I need to watch for an SMT to form at these lows. Doesn't look like I'm going to be able to play the sell model because the target would be into these lows on NQ. I don't have like a high time frame PD array here at all. Only one we have is this inversion that we're trying to hold. It's all that there is, really. Never rebalanced to that. Wipe his nostril like a snotty. We have a potential daily SMT, but you're not really seeing that with ES continuing to distribute lower. ES might need to work into these lows. Just continued rug. Take sell side there. It's 8 o'clock in the morning. Took sell side on NQ. We do have a 4-hour imbalance we're in. So we could expect some buying. There's no high time frame SMTs, but you don't necessarily need it. Although I generally like to have it for almost every trade I take. See if we invert this. Nope. And then it's going to be getting into lunch here, so that would be a no trade zone. Would not be trading through lunch. Generally accumulation. Lunch is over. What are we looking like? It just looks quiet, honestly. We just distributed all the way to the downside. We just took the target for downside. I honestly don't think I would take any trades if I didn't catch the sell. At least as of now, because it's just going to be quiet. We're going to chop around sell side for a fat minute. And that's what we're going to do this whole trading day. Look, maybe make an SMT. No SMTs. Yeah, it's just a chop all day, so no trades for this day. We'll just move on. See what happens the next day. But now I'm bullish. $5:30 data, I think. Yeah, 5:30 data comes out. Okay. Where we at? Took sell side. No SMTs. But we souped sell side on NQ. We're holding that 4-hour imbalance. We made a smaller one here. Lower time frame looks really choppy and gross. Let's take a look farther in here. Really not doing anything that I would care for here. What's the range like? Okay, 50-point range so far. I would definitely be looking for buy models, but it's just still so choppy. It's very tough. You have this giant imbalance we're making as well. Yeah, it's just kind of unclear at the moment. We're just accumulating. Here's market open. We SMT this low in this higher time frame PD array. I would like to mark the 50% retracement of this day's range. That would be targets for any longs. You have an SMT here in a high time frame PD array, 4-hour imbalance that we've been holding bullish. Bump down. We have a change in the state delivery here. You had a bigger imbalance made. Inversion ran through. We tap back in. Risk to the lows is 37 points. I'm going to take this for backtesting purposes. I want to see. This looks good. This is like one of those longs that would be into the open now. With this SMT low, since we have a change in the state, this would be the protected low. So risk would be there, or this order block here, or you could just do below the inversion, whichever one. Obviously, with this, I would have gotten tapped in at the actual imbalance. So keep that in mind. We're just like, with backtesting, obviously, like I might miss candles. And I went kind of fast, so I missed that. But entry would definitely be, my entry would be at here. So it'd be just slightly lower. The only thing I don't like is it's been quite choppy. First target would be those highs, and then into equilibrium of the daily range, 252. But given that it's so choppy and has been choppy at the start of this week, or at the end of this week, sorry, it's Friday, I would be happy with taking some profits into there at like 50 points. So there, takes those highs. Let's just do 75% of the position off. That would be at 60 points there. So that was only with 3 contracts. on a 37-point stop if I was really confident. I could have done stop below this fair value, but that probably would have gotten stopped. I don't like doing that. I like always doing the risk lows. So with 37 points, probably would have done 3 contracts or so, or 4. The real target is equilibrium up here, so 75% of the position is out. Stops would be at break even on the remainder of the position here. And we see if we get equilibrium. And bang, target hit, and you go 100% of the position out. That would be a banger of a day. So this right here, guys, this is textbook buy model. This is a textbook buy model. Oh, I'm horrible. This is a textbook buy model. Back to the retracement of equilibrium. I mean, I don't know like how much simpler trading can be, guys. This is as simple as trading gets right here, guys. I mean, it's so dumb simple. It's just a matter of being patient and waiting for the right times and waiting for actual high time frame PD array, right? And not like just doing this in random areas of the market. But when it's clean, I mean, what did I do here? I didn't do anything special. We looked at the previous day. The previous day, we expected us to sell to where? To these lows, given what we were seeing at the highs. Once we take these lows, I'm bullish. Why? This is sell side liquidity. I didn't need a higher time frame SMT because I had an internal SMT in my higher time frame PD array. So I didn't need the higher time frame SMT. It would have been added confluence. That would have been A++++, right? But I don't need that. I have an SMT. I have a protected low. ES is distributing higher. What do I see? 5 minute was already looking good, so I bumped down to the 1 minute. What do I see going into the open? I see a perfect inversion. I see a change in state delivery. We backtest that. That's my entry. I would have even gotten more points because my actual entry would have been here, not where I actually had it. So, and then what do you target? Okay, I target opposing liquidity. So to be safe, I took profits up here because internally, that is the opposing liquidity. But externally, what's the opposing liquidity? Well, it's not even equilibrium. This is just equilibrium. Now, there might be liquidity sitting up here, so we take profits. But ideally, where is this actually going to? Where is this actually going to, given if this is a true buy model from the lows on the higher time frame? This is going right to the highs. This is going right to buy side liquidity. That's that. It's just a matter of when the market sets up like this, right? You need this is like as clean as it gets right here, to be honest. Like there's not a cleaner trade out there than this. And this can be caught to the downside as well. Either way, it's the same exact thing. Here, you want to catch it to the downside? You want the bearish model of this? There's the bearish model. There you go. There's the bearish model. SMT at the highs. Boom. Invert scale. There's the bearish model. Same exact thing. Bang. Same exact thing. Invert scale. Bang. And I didn't even look at how many points that was. That's 158 points. Bagged. Bang. People ask, how do you hit such big trades like that? It's because I'm not looking at the points of the P&L. I'm targeting what the market is telling me to target. I'm not looking at my P&L. So, given that, I would have been done for the day. Let's see where this goes. I'm curious. This probably rips higher. I would expect it to. Oh, or we get a sell model off equilibrium. That could absolutely happen too, because technically this is... Where are we? Where are we? We're in a high time frame PD array. Newsflash. Haha. So, honestly, for any sell models, I'd probably wait for the next day, especially I would have been done. I catch a trade like that, I'm out for the day. I banked. I probably wouldn't even trade the next day, depending on how the price action is. So obviously this day is still running. We could go higher, but as of now, this might be a giant imbalance we're making. High time frame PD array. But let me bump it down real quick. Let me bump it down a little bit. Take that out. We're in a high time frame PD array already. Bang. 4-hour imbalance. Order flow's been bearish. Sell side liquidity sits here still. We rebalance to equilibrium. Now, to be smarter, instead of just doing, since I got my target, I always take that low-hanging fruit. So to be smarter, this is equilibrium of this day, not the entire range. So to be smarter, let's do this. Equilibrium of the entire range. So now, if I'm really looking for a sell model, I'm probably going to wait until here. Now, we can get a sell model off of here. Why? Because we already have a higher time frame PD array here. So if I see a sell model, which you did see, Sorry, guys. Sorry. I wanted to mark this again. Which I think you saw this. Watch this. Wait, give me a second. I thought my key was stuck. Now just like a book. No SMTs. Only on the lower time frame, but that wouldn't. I don't know if. Technically, this is enough, but I just probably. I don't know if I would have taken it off of this. You have an SMT. It is very low time frame, but it's in the high time frame PD array at your 50% retracement. Inversion. The inversion was not super clear. You probably wouldn't have gotten tapped in on something like this. Nothing super clear quite yet. I probably wouldn't have done anything here. Ooh. So you have all these gaps made. I would have just done that, connected them. So we don't completely run through that. No real candle closures under that, so I wouldn't be extremely bearish quite yet. This is also on a 5 minute. You do have a 5 minute bearish imbalance made. What time is it? It's 8:12 in the morning. SMT gets taken out, but a new one gets put in. A higher time frame one. This is more what you want to see in a high time frame PD array, in my opinion. It doesn't mean that this is going to sell off here. You have no points of confluence for a sell off. You have 2 points of confluence so far, and one of your points of confluence you don't even know is valid yet. The only real point of confluence that you have is you are trading in a high time frame PD array, an area of the market where we can expect to sell. That is all we have here. Other than that, we have an SMT, but the SMT is not valid yet. Why is it not valid? We do not have a change in the state of delivery. It's very simple. It's step by step. If we don't have a change in the state of delivery, this is not a protected high quite yet. We can mark it, right? We can be aware of it, but we cannot act on it yet, right? So we see what happens. SMT is trying to hold. Let's see if we get a change in the state on the lower time frame. We do. Change in the state on the lower time frame there. Inversion tapped in with an SMT high in this higher time frame PD rate. I want to try this with a stop at the protected high. The risk is going to be fairly small. So I do want to try this. Targets would be, I expect this to be manipulation. So I'm going to get a standard deviation. I'm going to get a leg of this. Standard deviation takes us to this low. So first target could be into those lows. I would really like to be targeting those lows. But I would take first trim into these lows. We could just do this, take the low hanging fruit. Take the low hanging fruit. We'll take that internal sell side. But really I'd want to see a move into these lows. It's like a pretty bullish day, and I just played a bullish move. So again, like this trade I wouldn't even be taking this trade after hitting that. Again, we're back testing, so I'm collecting data and I want to see what works here and what doesn't. But I'm always conscious of what I would actually take and what is a conscious like test, right? And you need to be conscious with that. You can't just be randomly doing shit. You need to know, okay, this is actually something I would for sure be taking, or no, right? And I know for sure after if I hit this trade, I would not be trading this, right? But again, we're back testing. I want to see what works, what doesn't work, and yeah. So again. Inversion has been made. Change in the state has been made. We could backtest this change in the state, but that's really as high as I want to see this go. Stop would be at the highs, at the protected high, what we have or what we think is the protected high as of now. But we want to see the sell model play out on the 5 minute as well. So that's what we're looking for here, targeting internal opposing liquidity. Let's see how this works. If this works. That's first trim. First trim gets hit. We'll just take 75% position out. Obviously, first trim would have actually been at the level. We're just back testing, so it popped. So I'm obviously losing a little bit of points, but you guys get the gist of what I'm doing. That would have been 49 points banked. Take it home. Take it home. Let's see if we get second target. So we took internal sell side. I would have shaven off majority of profits. Now we're trying to get these sell side lows, and I would have gone home happy knowing I banked it going into the weekend. So let's see what happens. Stops would be at break even. Watching for SMTs to form against me. Stops would be at break even, remember. Bump up the time frame. Sell model still in play. ES, SMTs. So we have an SMT against us here. We have potential bullish order flow forming. I'm deleting this, sorry. So we have an SMT at these lows. Really, it's at these lows. Or no. It's at these lows. I'm smoked out. So SMT at those lows. You have a potential protected low. You don't have a change in the state delivery yet, so there's no confirmation of this SMT. Given that I think that the potential internal draw on liquidity is still lower, I could think this SMT gets taken out. But if the draw is higher towards the equilibrium we have up here, then I get stopped at break even on the rest of this position here. So let's see. Back to equilibrium. Selling off. SMT low gets taken exactly how I thought. Why did I think that? Like I just said. Like I just said, it's against the draw on liquidity. If it's against the draw on liquidity, am I really going to be that concerned about a lower time frame SMT? No. Let's see if we get target, and let's see if we SMT'd that low on ES. I need to see ES. ES SMT's this low. So we have another potential SMT forming against us. That could be another trim if you didn't already trim on the position. When we see SMTs form against us and we haven't taken any profits, we take profits, especially when they're this higher time frame. Now, this is where I would look around and be like, okay, are we in a high time frame PD array? We're not. We're not in a high time frame PD array. So am I really scared of this SMT? I'm not really at this moment. It doesn't mean we can't get a buy model off of it and form and get rip into the upside, but I'm not scared of this SMT at the moment. Let's see if we get full target. Bang. Bang, 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 bang. Full target acquired, 106 points. Rebalance to equilibrium one more time. Got a sell side model off of that. SMT low gets taken. Why were we not scared of the SMT low? Again, it's against the draw on liquidity. I expect the market to rebalance lower. We need to take those internal sell side levels. So I don't worry about the SMT. Simple, y'all. Models inside of models. The market's built on an algo. You learn that. You pick those key times to trade in the market. We bank, man. I hope everybody's enjoying. Huge shout out to Justin. Justin is the man. I mean, forever model, man. Shout out. He's the man. Obviously, you know, it's built off of a lot of the concepts we already know, but just having those the simplicity of those 4 points of confluence and, you know, always targeting that internal opposing liquidity or external liquidity if it ends up being that. But again, that model is just beautiful. It's done me so well. And back testing this and gaining more confidence with it, just it's so beneficial for going into the market every single day. So I hope everybody's learning something from this, getting some value from this. And don't take my word for it. You know, go over to Justin's channel, check out his stuff, look at his backtesting sessions. Do you think my backtesting is good? Go look at his backtesting sessions, guys. I'm telling you, he kills it. So, huge shout out to him. He's a massive influence on my trading recently, and I just appreciate all the content he puts out and all the people he's helping. So, shout out to him. This is beautiful, guys. This is as good as it gets. This is as good as it gets. A+++. I don't know what better we can do.